Hello there. This is a follow-up video to the previous one on graphing sine waves. We're going to do a cosine wave here, and a lot of the same principles still apply, that you can look here at what the midline is and here at the amplitude and start getting things for your y-axis. So we can see in here that we're going to have a midline at -1. And our amplitude is 2. It says -2. The amplitude is the absolute value, so at most we're going up 2 from that midline and down 2 from that midline to create kind of upper and lower limits that we're going to reach. Now that's not going to be part of the graph. The graph is going to be shifted there with that minus pi over 3, and that 2 there is going to affect the period. So let's calculate what the period is. Remember, it's 2 pi over b, and b in this case is 2. So here the period is just going to be pi. So kind of quick turnaround, and we are shifted. So we're going to stretch this one out a little bit. So there's going to be pi. Now, the shift actually puts us in this funny location that here would be a halfway point of pi over 2, right? But that pi over 3 is actually going to be a bit, it's going to be a third of the way along there. So we're going to have pi over 3's here, pi over 3's here. So that's pi over 3. And a little bit further over, that's going to be 2 pi over 3. And there we're going to have 3 pi over 3. And that'll be 4 pi over 3. This will be 5 pi over 3. There we go with 6 pi over 3. Okay, so that pi over 3 there, this is a cosine wave. At this starting point, we're going to be starting here. I think we can label that. That's going to be our start. Boom, start. It's positive. When I put in pi over 3 in here, I get pi over 3 minus pi over 3 is going to be 0. 0 times 2 is 0, and the cosine of 0. So I'm effectively evaluating at this point -2 times the cosine of 0, all minus 1, and that's -2 times cosine of 0 is 1, minus 1, so I'm actually down there at -3. So there we go, there's our starting one. And we're going to come back to that minimum pi later. Now pi is over here, and through pi over 3 plus pi will bring us to 4 pi over 3. So we don't come back until then, and then that's going to repeat over there too. And that would be at 5, 6, 7 pi over 3. So it keeps going. Okay, halfway in between this one and this one, so that if I add those together, I got pi over 3 plus 4 pi over 3, that's 5 pi over 3, and halfway between them, that would be 5 pi over 6. So that's going to be, this gets even crazier, that's going to be here, right? We're cutting it into 6 now, so we can look forward that there's a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm moving forward 3 of those. At that point, I'm going to be on the other side, which will be at that maximum point there. Boom. So there was 5 pi over 6. That's 7 pi over 6. And let's see, we can cut these up again, 2. And where am I going to hit the next one? It's going to be after this one. 1, 2, 3, it's going to be up there. And I got, after that, again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's counting right. And halfway in between these, if you're looking at this distance and there, halfway in between these is where we're going to hit the midline. So we're going to have the midline actually here. 1, 2, 3, the midline's going to be here. 1, 2, 3, midline's going to be halfway is there. 1, 2, 3, halfway is there. So that is halfway in between. Let's see here. Just as curiosity, like where is that point? That's halfway in between pi over 2 and 2 pi over 3 halfway, so we can add those. Holy moly, that's pi over 4 plus pi over 3, which would be, we can scale both of those, 7 pi over 12. Wow, okay. Now we got the curve. Now we can draw the curve finally. Curving up, down, up, down, up, and going backwards. So I'm putting in a couple things there. Had to figure out where this point exactly was. It's back pi from that one over there. Halfway in between is going to get me that one. And then halfway in between these, and we counted it out, there's 3. So 1, 2. That's where we're going to hit the lid line. 1, 2. That's where we're going to hit it. And there's our curve for this thing. Now, one period here is, we actually established it here. It's pi. And you can see that, like right there, from that pi over 3 up to 4 pi over 3, that is a distance there of pi, and we're going from the minimum back down to the minimum, and after that it repeats. Thanks for watching. Carrington Scholarship for Life.